What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mayo Media Network. I'm Albert Vartanian, soccer analyst from FTN Daily and FTNBets.com. We're back with another betting tips for you for Euro 2020. We have 3 games on the June 16 slate. First, it's Finland and Russia kicking things off, followed by 2 big Group A matches. But before we get into the previews, please subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of the Euro 2020 content that we'll continue to have for you throughout the rest of the tournament. All right, let's get into it. Finland, Russia. This is a very important game in Group B that could decide who moves on to the knockouts. Finland head into this match after upsetting Denmark 1-0 just a few days ago. Unfortunately, that win was overshadowed by Christian Eriksen's unexpected medical emergency in the first half. After a lengthy stoppage of play, the match restarted and Finland went on to win. Whether restarting it was the right decision or not, it definitely changed the game and the Finns were able to pick up the victory. Now, with 3 points in the bag, they can head into Wednesday's game under less pressure than Russia. The Russians simply didn't show up against Belgium and offered almost nothing in attack. They only had 1 shot on target and were ripped apart by Belgium at the other end of the field. The 3-0 result really wasn't that surprising. It's how they lost, especially in front of their home fans. Now they'll be up against a Finnish side that'll gladly sit back, defend, and try and catch them on the break. And they'll be difficult to break down, as we saw in the first half against Denmark. They were under it for most of the half and somehow survived. So Russia's going to need players like Alexander Golovin and Artem Zhuba to be at their best if they want to find a way through Finland's defense. Luckily, they'll have the benefit of playing on home turf where they've only lost once in their last 6. They'll be up for this game, and I think they can find the back of the net here. Finland will be happy to defend, which means they'll be constantly under pressure by the Russian attack. However, the Finns could also score. With Russia committing bodies forwards, there'll be space behind them for a player like Timo Pukki to take advantage on the counter. They've scored in 8 straight competitive matches, and I like that run to continue. I'm staying away from the winner's market here and backing both teams to score at plus 133 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Next up, we have Turkey taking on Wales. Turkey could not have got off to a worse start. A week ago, they probably would have been the favorites for this one, but they looked really off it against Italy in that 3-0 loss. They could barely put 2 passes together, and they really had a hard time trying to contain Italy's front 3. However, if you've been following Turkey up until this point, then you'll know that's not the type of performance that reflects what they can actually do. Before the match, they were unbeaten in 6, including a 4-2 win over the Netherlands in a World Cup qualifier. So there is quality in that side, and I expect them to be much better on Wednesday. Wales shows some of that fighting spirit that we saw at Euro 2016 to come from behind against the Swiss. They weren't overly impressive, but big saves from Danny Ward kept them in, and Kiefer Moore really justified his selection by scoring the tying goal. The draw does take a little bit of pressure off of Wales heading into this match and leaves them in a decent position in Group A. A win on Wednesday could be enough to seal a place in the last 16, and that would be huge. So they'll be confident, but they won't be overly aggressive against Turkey. I expect them to sit back and wait for their opportunity to attack. A counter or a set piece could be the best way for Wales to score. But they won't want to be too conservative though, since they struggle to get a handle on the Swiss attackers. Breel Mbolo finished the game with 6 shots, while his strike partner Haris Seferovic had 4. They can't afford to give the likes of Burak Yilmaz and Hakan Çalhanoğlu those types of chances. The bookies have both sides at plus money with Turkey as the favorites. Once again though, I'm staying away from the money line and going with the over 2 goals. Over 2 you win, but if the game ends with 2, then you get your money back. I also have a little sprinkle on Burak Yilmaz to score anytime at plus 225. Finally, we have Italy against Switzerland. So the Italians lived up to the pre-tournament hype by beating up on Turkey in their opening match. The question that keeps being asked though, was Italy really that good, or was Turkey just that bad? I think it's a little bit of both, but really Italy was excellent on that day. You can only beat what's in front of you, and they did that, and they did it well. They were patient, relentless in their press, and clinical in front of goal when they needed to be. They're the real deal. You don't go 28 games unbeaten by fluke. As for the Swiss, they outplayed Wales in their opener, but had to settle for a 1-1 draw. They generated a lot more scoring chances in the second half, but they struggled to finish their chances, and that's something that can come back to haunt them if they don't get a result on Wednesday. Their defense is solid, but if they can't convert their chances, then they have no chance of getting through Italy in this group. In terms of betting, I like Italy here, but I want to juice up their odds just a bit in a small parlay. Take Italy on the money line and pair it with the under 3.5 for plus 100 on DK Sportsbook. They can also be back to win to nil at plus 123, but to be honest, I'm not as big on that bet since we haven't seen Italy's backline tested in this tournament yet. And Bolo and Seferovic were very good against Wales, and they could cause Chiellini and Bonucci some problems. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. Also, comment below with your prediction for all of the 3 matches on Wednesday. Who do you think is going to win? We want to hear from you guys. I'll be posting more bets throughout the Euros at ftnbets.com, so if you're not a subscriber, then head over there. Enter the promo code Albert for 10% off. Thanks again for watching, and enjoy the games.